I made over $1 million using AI tools, and the best part is they're all free to start. The crazy thing is, you probably already have access to these tools, and most people already do. The problem is, most people are just using them completely wrong. It's like giving somebody a Ferrari and they're driving it so slow and never going above 20 miles per hour. Like, what's the point in that? So, when I started testing out AI tools, I thought they were just time savers, a way to automate all the boring stuff. But I had no idea they'd become the backbone of my business. And honestly, like, my whole life now is run by AI tools. You're gonna wanna stick around because I'm not gonna just break down how the tools work, but I'm also gonna share the strategy and how exactly I use each one of them to make money or buy back my time. And trust me, one of these tools is the one that changed my business completely. Oh, and hey, before we get in, if you're new here, make sure you hit the subscribe button. It's completely free, and unlike some of these AI tools, it won't ask for your credit card in 14 days. Essentially, every AI tool out there is built around this one piece of software. It's called ChatGPT, and it's essentially the engine behind almost every AI tool or anyone claiming that they're using AI. They're likely using ChatGPT's API feature to run their product or software. So when a lot of people think of ChatGPT, they imagine a chatbot that writes essays, emails, maybe funny jokes or poems, but that's like calling an iPhone just a phone. It's the engine behind the email automation, DM outreach, research, content, and now even autonomous agents that can literally work while you sleep. Here's a few quick ways that I've used AI and ChatGPT. One, for writing in my voice. I'm able to upload my best-selling book, my TED Talk, and a few other pieces that I've written for Forbes and Entrepreneur, and I'm say, ChatGPT, I want you to combine this. I want you to write in the voice like these articles do and make it sound in a similar tone. Then it can draft DM scripts that actually get replies. So when in doing outreach, it can build proposals and actually send those emails when I'm trying to get leads. Basically, the workflow looks like this. I'll have an email come through. The real power isn't in asking, write me an email. It's designing prompts that make ChatGPT think like a business partner. For example, one of my favorite setups is building AI employees. I have one that acts as a sales manager. What it does is it qualifies leads, adds them to my CRM, adds notes, and summarizes calls. Another is my content strategist, planning out weekly posts based on audience engagement. So it'll look at other things performing on other social media platforms, and then it'll try to write it in a similar style that's already getting a lot of virality. Think of it as your digital employee that costs basically nothing per hour and never takes weekends off. Now, this is great, and ChatGPT is super powerful, but let me go ahead and show you something that will actually do a lot of the heavy lifting for you. Did you know that the chance of closing a lead and turning them into a customer drops by more than 80% if you don't call them in the first hour? This stat changed everything for me, because the truth is most people spend thousands of dollars generating leads and then they let them go cold because they can't follow up fast enough. They don't have the bandwidth, or again, you just get kind of burnt out of like cold calling people every day. That's why Go High Level's AI agent steps in and has like been a game changer for myself and my business. Imagine as soon as a lead opts in, they're getting a call that's asking them a few questions and qualifying them and then booking them a call on your calendar. This is exactly what Go High Level's AI agent can do. Here's the scenario. Someone fills out a form on your landing page. They give you your phone number and email and their name and maybe a few questions. Then within 60 seconds, the AI agent can call them. It qualifies them, asks them some discovery questions, and if they're a good fit, it books a call directly on your calendar. No human intervention, no missed opportunities. This has been one of the biggest ways that I've leveled up my business. And again, I used to think I need more leads, I need more ads, but a lot of times it was just I wasn't getting to my leads fast enough. And implementing this AI agent really revolutionized my business, and I've helped other people implement this as well. After I implemented this, my no-show rate dropped from 40% to 20%. And I added roughly $250,000 in revenue just from calling more of my leads in a faster time period. But here's where it gets better. Once that lead enters my system, I never touch it again because number 3 takes it from there. Think about this. Every hour you spend on manual work, your competitor is spending hours on something that's more important to scale their business. This is where N8N comes in. It's one of these tools that doesn't look flashy, but it's insanely powerful. It's basically open source automation software that connects to everything you use. Think ChatGPT connecting to Go High Level, to Slack, to Stripe, to Google Sheets, all without any coding. Here's one of my favorite automations. A lead books a call. N8N updates the CRM, and then sends an onboarding email, creates a task for my closer, posts a Slack notification, all from one trigger. You can build it once and it runs forever. Essentially, a lot of things are off firing all at once with N8N, and there's a lot of powerful, already pre-built automations that you can just plug in and play. What I recommend doing is just signing up for N8N, use their free trial, and look at some of the most popular automations and see how they can benefit your business. This has been a game changer because there's things that I just didn't even think about automating, but other really smart people are already doing the heavy lifting for you. The thing I love about N8N, it's completely visual. You just click a few buttons, you drag and drop and connect everything. But I get it. Not everyone wants to set up these more complex workflows. And that's where tool number 4 comes in. It makes the entire process even more simple. Imagine taking your automation to the next level. This is where Make comes in. Make and N8N are a little similar and there's some overlap. But again, think of this as another drag and drop magic for automations that likely is a little bit more advanced in some areas where N8N is lacking. Make kind of makes up. One really cool Make automation that I built that has generated an additional 20% revenue for my business is Abandoned Cart. Basically, I had some advanced sort of setups, and what I did was anytime somebody starts the checkout process but doesn't actually confirm, they get sent into a Make automation where it's giving them calls, text messages, and it's alerting my team, hey, this person just abandoned their cart. Give them a call and make sure that they are going through. A lot of times it's like, hey, my credit card didn't work. They ask them like really basic questions. Do you have a return policy? They ask a few other basic questions about the product or business or service. And essentially just talking to a human gives them a lot more trust that they're going to get what you're selling them. And while these automations all work beautifully behind the scenes, there's one thing that you can't automate, which is attention. Video is more than 1,200% more likely to be shared than text or blog posts. That stat alone should tell you why I doubled down on content this year by making more videos. But here's the problem. Recording, editing, scripting, it takes a lot of time. So I started using a program called Descript that saves me a ton of time and features, and it helps you implement a lot of things to just save with the whole editing process. It helps you make a lot more polished videos without having to hire a whole professional studio. This allowed me to concentrate on still delivering high quality videos, but increasing my output, which is getting more videos out there and getting more leads into my business. Now, if you have a business, there is dollars that are missing in your DMs, and here's how to fix that. If you've ever tried managing dozens of conversations on Instagram, LinkedIn, email, you know how messy it can get. Revio fixes that. It's like having a sales co-pilot inside your inbox. It automatically scores leads, suggests responses, book calls, and even collects payment all in one platform. Here's an example of how I use it. A prospect replies to one of my Instagram reels. Revio picks up that message, checks their profile, recognizes they've engaged with my content before, and flags them as a hot lead. It could even draft DMs like, hey, notice you're building your coaching business. Want me to send over a few resources that help me along the way? The system replies, books the call, tracks everything in a CRM, and there's no human interaction needed. This one tool turned my DMs into an absolute revenue stream without hiring a setter or a VA. And finally, let's talk about the tool that keeps all this organized, the one that acts like a digital COO for my business. Did you know that companies who track their core metrics are 3 times more likely to hit their revenue goals? Precision is the tool that makes this happen automatically. Builds the dashboards that track performance across your entire business, sales, marketing, operation. And it doesn't just show the data, it actually interprets it. Every Monday at 8 a.m., I get one email from Precision. It summarizes my KPIs, flags anything that looks off, and gives me the next steps to focus on. Like your lead to close ratio dropped by 12% last week. Here's the campaign that caused it. Here's what to do to fix it. So instead of digging through spreadsheets, I make decisions in 5 minutes. And this is what separates people who use AI from people who scale with AI. It's not about guessing what works. It's about letting the data guide you towards what's next. So if you enjoyed this video, I'm going to leave another video here about 7 websites that can make you rich. And again, if you haven't yet, make sure to hit subscribe for new videos I'm putting out every single day.